Okay, think about this for a second. What if the next time you feel sick, you don't call your doctor, you consult an AI? Now, for millions of people, this isn't some sci-fi movie scene anymore. It's happening right now. So today, we're going to dive into how AI is completely rewiring our relationship with healthcare, and you'll see it's for better and yeah, for worse. Let's just start with a number. A huge number actually, 14 million. And note, this isn't just some random statistic I pulled out of thin air. It represents a real choice, a really surprising and significant healthcare choice that this many Americans made in just the last month alone. That's right. 14 million is the number of Americans who recently chose to get medical advice from a chatbot instead of a doctor. I mean, we're not talking about using it to look up symptoms before a visit. We're talking about replacing the visit entirely. Now, that is a massive shift in how people are behaving, and it raises a really, really important question. And this is really the heart of the whole mystery, isn't it? Why? Why are so many people turning to a technology that, let's be honest, they admit they don't even fully trust, especially for something as critical as their health? So let's dig in and figure out what's really going on here. All right, so first up, let's explore the real motivations behind this sudden rush to AI. And I think the answers are going to surprise you. So the why here is pretty fascinating. A major Gallup study dug into this, and it turns out this trend isn't really driven by a love for AI at all. It's driven by deep frustration with the healthcare system we have now. I mean, look at this. When you add it up, more than half the people who skipped a doctor did it because they felt dismissed, or they couldn't get an appointment, or they just flat out couldn't afford it. And this really lays out the central conflict perfectly, doesn't it? On one hand, you've got a healthcare system that people feel is inaccessible, unaffordable, and just doesn't listen. And on the other hand, you have this risky AI solution. Get this, the same study found that only 4% of people strongly trust the AI's accuracy. And even crazier, 11%, that's more than 1 in 10, said they got advice they thought was genuinely unsafe. So people are knowingly choosing a risky, untrusted option because the alternative just feels completely broken to them. But look, this story is so much bigger than just patient chatbots. AI is weaving itself into the very fabric of the healthcare industry in all these ways most of us never even see. Take Big Pharma, for example. They are going all in. Novo Nordisk, the company that makes Wegovy and Ozempic, is now partnering with OpenAI. And what they're doing is using AI to massively speed up the discovery of new drugs. They're trying to find the next generation of treatments for huge health issues like obesity. This is literally AI at the very heart of medical innovation. And it's not just about making research faster either. There's this company, Lantern Pharma, that launched what it's calling an AI co-scientist. Think about that. It's a commercial platform that other companies can actually subscribe to for rare cancer research. So AI isn't just a tool in the lab anymore. It's now a scientist you can hire. That is fundamentally changing how R&D gets done. Okay, so AI is helping patients, it's helping researchers. Sounds pretty great, right? Well, as you probably guessed, there's a catch. Let's look at how a seemingly helpful AI tool can have some pretty serious unintended consequences for your wallet. So here's what's happening. More and more doctors are using these AI scribes to automatically take notes during your visit. Sounds efficient, right? Well, the problem is these AIs are so good, so detailed, they document every single little thing that they often push the visit into a higher, more expensive billing code. The bottom line is what's efficient for the doctor is turning into a bigger bill for you. And on top of that, a recent investigation found that doctors using these AI scribes also managed to see 22% more patients. So let's connect the dots. You've got more patients, and each of those patients is getting a higher coded bill. You can see how this one little thing quickly snowballs and contributes to surging healthcare costs, all from an AI that was supposed to make things more efficient. Okay, so we've been talking about how this super high-tech AI is changing healthcare, for good and for bad. But what if some of the most powerful health breakthroughs aren't digital at all? What if they're, super low-tech? A recent discovery shows that sometimes the answer is hiding in plain sight. You have to hear this. A fascinating new study looked at older adults and found a massive difference based on one simple choice: the kind of olive oil they used. Over 2 years, the people who used virgin olive oil actually preserved their cognitive function. But the people using common, refined olive oil, their cognitive decline actually sped up. It's a huge difference. And we're not talking about a subtle effect here. A tiny daily amount, just 10 grams, that's about a tablespoon, of virgin olive oil actually nudged cognition up. But that same small amount of common refined oil nudged it down. I mean, that's a small daily choice with a potentially massive impact on how your brain ages. So how in the world does this work? Well, it all comes down to something called the gut-brain axis. See, virgin olive oil is packed with these compounds called polyphenols. These polyphenols are basically food for the good microbes in your gut, especially one called Adler-Creutzia, which seems to be the key player for the cognitive benefits. And this whole process helps calm down inflammation, which we know is a huge factor in brain health. Okay, so we've looked at powerful new tech like AI, and we've looked at simple, ancient things like olive oil. So how do these two completely unrelated topics connect? Let's bring it all together, because this isn't really a story about the tech itself. It's a story about what we're all looking for from our healthcare. And this quote from the source material, I mean, it really just says it all. The real issue here isn't that AI is replacing doctors. The real issue is that 14 million people are turning to chatbots because their healthcare is too expensive, it's too hard to get an appointment, and they feel like nobody's listening. Our system has created this huge vacuum, and AI is simply rushing in to fill that gap. And that really brings it all back to a personal question for all of us, right? What's the real crisis here? Is it the rise of these imperfect AI tools, or is it the system that's forcing millions of people to even consider them in the first place? And it really just leaves you with one final thought. If you couldn't afford a doctor, would you turn to AI?